How's it going, Shop?
Not bad.
Yeah?
Not bad. Okay, it's going all right. Yeah, making my peace with things. That makes it sound
Okay.
so final, but there's a lot of uncertainty. People are some people are trying to act as if COVID is gone, and but it's not, and so people are like partying and then having to go away for a week mysteriously and then coming back and trying to party again. And I'm like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, which is wearing a mask in places. And, people are questioning me. And I'm just like, no, I'm going to keep doing this. And, everybody's just in a weird state of flux and no one's flux is together. And it's just a little, it's a bit much. So I'm trying to make my peace with the fact that this is now what is happening. Like, whereas before we're all on the same page of like, we're terrified. And even with like people kind of going back and forth with the struggle, but now it's truly the Wild West. And I'm like, oh, I thought we
That's
were just
real.
doing what we wanted to before, but now we really are in a like this is oh my goodness. This is a
Yeah.
lot.
It's been interesting because one of the things I found fascinating, I feel like the Black community got called out a lot early on
Mhm.
because we weren't as on board with a lot of the protocols, in particular the vaccination.
Right.
I feel like we were justified based on a lot of the history that this country's kind of had on their
Mhm.
side, unfortunately. But
Right.
um, I find it interesting. I bring that up only because they are the people that I've noticed are the first to warn me when something's a little OD.
Mm.
Like if I go into a room and they're like, "Yo, I don't know why, but like it feel COVIDy in there. Like put mask up."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it feels the way that we think we can feel it in the air, or I think I saw some COVID on the wall in there, or whatever. I've definitely had someone just be like, and I'm like, I'm way ahead of you. Yes,
yo,
no, absolutely.
I've had Black
Yeah.
comics meet me out front, like, "Yo, G, I know you had like a rough like winter. Just want to let you know, mask up." I'm like, I appreciate you. Like, they ain't even on the lineup. They just like,
Right.
the goodness of their heart. They just didn't want me to get sick again. You know what I mean? Like, I've just never like I've seen like white comics that are still masking, but like to
Right.
that level where like they're like, "Yo, we gotta save lives."
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
that
No, absolutely. I have had my mask on in places and I just talk to folks, but I still have a mask on. And
Mhm.
I've seen people see me and I'll give you a hug, whatever. And they're just like, oh yeah, no, it's good to see you. And then, there's like a beat and then they pull a mask out of their pocket and just put it on their face. And I'm like, wow, I'm
Amen.
changing this whole room.
Hell yeah, yo.
But yeah, it is a little scary.
I've
It
been
is a little
impressed by
scary.
it, yo. Like I've just seen like comics be like, "Yo, you should probably mask up before you do this set." You know what I mean? I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, thank you, for the concern. It shows like a few. At first, I appreciated the community aspect of it.
Right.
Second, it hit me that like, oh shit, there's a generation of comics that considers me like an OG. Like they gotta
Right.
protect me. Like, oh, for his health, you know what I mean? He might not
Mhm.
make it. So we need him to be aware of this. So I was like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Now I know that you know that I'm not like in my 20s. So
Yes. I'm gonna keep being reckless, but I mean, my man's here. He got kids.
yeah, yo, you got to
So,
mask up. Like they thinking.
yeah.
Like I appreciate. It felt like every time it's happened, it's been so sincere, and
Right.
I'm like, yo, like, I can't knock that. Like that's like legit beautiful. You know,
It is really sweet because I kind of expect people to be mean about it.
right?
To just be
No,
like, "Oh, you're still wearing a mask," or whatever, but people are like, "Oh, okay, you're still wearing a mask."
yeah, they're
And
like,
I'm
yo,
like,
they fully
"Cool.
understand it. They get it. They
Thank you."
respect your take. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I've been like wowed over and over again by people like just considering the layered and the nuanced aspects of why different people are still doing the mask thing and why it's not like a a hard transition back.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, legit
So
beautiful.
it is kind of nice. And that's kind of what I'm like making my peace with, of just like, oh, this is now what it looks like, where it's pure mayhem.
Yeah,
And people are
straight up.
doing whatever they want to do. But I mean, I guess this is how this looks for us.
This is where
So
we at. I think
yeah.
we're gonna slowly get back to no mask, but I don't think we'll ever get back to no mask everybody. I think there's people that are gonna be mask for life now.
Yeah.
Um, and I think there's gonna be a large percentage of people that are like mask for the occasion. Like, oh, that feel
Yeah.
like a mask place. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's also maybe I'm trying to decide like how deep am I going to go with this? But I mean, honestly, I guess COVID's going to make me decide that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can have my own opinions about like what I think. Maybe I could take. Nah, COVID will be like, no, I'll let you know.
Straight up, yo.
I'll let you know.
Like real talk. If in looking back, if I could pick, not COVID wasn't even around, but like I
Hmm.
would have always wore a mask when I went to CBGBs. You know, like it
Yeah.
just felt like a grungy music spot,
Hmm.
and like there wasn't COVID there, but I felt like I got something every time I went there. You know, I got a cold, I got a fever, I had phlegm when
Yeah.
I came home.
Hmm.
You know, so I
Yeah.
feel like the mask thing, like low key, it's a good addition to our quality of life.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
I'm happy.
I would have been on it more on the train. I definitely,
Yeah,
because I would see people with masks on the train, and I'm like, I mean, you ain't wrong.
right,
I'm
exactly.
like, I should be doing that. I didn't until I had to, but I was like, you're probably right. Maybe let me
Mhm.
pull my scarf up a little bit further. You may
Straight
be
up.
on to something.
They
So
get it, yo. They get it. It was ahead
yeah.
of the game. That's all it was.
Mhm.
You know, some people
Mhm.
are visionaries.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
you see them now. You know, you don't realize that somebody had to die on that hill first. They got joked on. Nobody
Yeah.
sat next
Yeah.
to them. They got tired of having to say things twice. You know, but that person's. I promise you, that person's still healthy
Yep.
today.
Absolutely.
He ain't catch. He ain't even, not even COVID. He ain't catch nothing. You know,
Not at all.
good. I'm a man free. Okay. They take his blood just to like have a baseline to
Yeah.
measure that shit against to see what else we got out here. Okay, that's what that person did. You know, and now you can do
Oh,
that too. So it's a beautiful place. You know, I like it.
okay.
I like it. Let's get into the news, shop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Up top, we got Eric Adams
Ugh.
parties with Cara Delevingne and ASAP Rocky at One Vanderbilt. That's right. The nightlife mayor is back at it. New York Post shouting them out. That's right. Mayor Eric Adams could be seen partying with the model Cara Delevingne and hip hop artist ASAP Rocky during an event at One Vanderbilt in Manhattan on Monday night. The mayor urged New Yorkers to get their butts back to the city during the promotional event for a Wells Fargo credit card. How many things can be wrong in this one sentence? For a Wells Fargo credit card that lets people pay their rent with the plastic. So everyone who moved to Florida, get your butts back to New York City because New York City is where you want to be, Adams said from the stage. Along with ASAP Rocky, Wyclef Jean performed at the party as Dr. Oz and Instagram celebrities mingled. I
I
misread that so
wanna
much the first time, by the way. I thought it was Wyclef Jean partying as a Dr. Oz impersonator. I was like, that's strange. I didn't know that was a new thing for him. But
I want I want to say this sentence one more time. I just want to make sure people heard what's happening.
yeah,
The mayor urged New Yorkers to get their butts back to the city
yep,
during the promotional event for a Wells Fargo credit card that lets people pay their rent with the plastic.
that is wow. There's like
So
nine things I hate about that.
already you're just like, this fucking guy trying to get
Oh my
New
God.
Yorkers to come back, like also telling them to get their butts back, like you're not my dad. So there's that, and you're just at this party with ASAP Rocky and Wyclef Jean. But the party is for a Wells Fargo credit card that lets people pay their rent with it. A credit card that's made for you to pay your rent with is one of the worst ideas I've ever
Yo.
heard. It is wild problematic coming from Wells Fargo, who, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, has been on some bullshit for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And years and years. Here is where I say I've had a Wells Fargo account like since they bought out whatever bank I was with before. So for a long time. And they ain't offer me shit. Okay. They never even tried to open up fake accounts in my name. So already I'm mad at Wells Fargo for that. But a credit card just for paying rent. Like, so that means you pay your landlord, it's on a balance, and now it's accruing interest when you could have just given that money to the landlord.
That is scary.
That's terrifying.
That like
That's such a bad idea.
Yeah, I get it from that only benefits all the evil people.
Right.
Yeah, like I as a landlord, like it benefits me because it guarantees my money, and I feel shitty about that. That's terrible because like you're putting everything on the tenant. Like if they can't afford a place to live, they're gonna charge it on this card. They're gonna owe money. They're gonna ruin their credit and get kicked out. At least before you just got kicked out.
Right.
Like now you going because at some point you still owe that money.
Right.
And so if you can't pay me, all you're doing is not paying the credit card first and then not paying me. Like, but at some point you're still not paying everybody if it's a real problem situation. You're giving yourself, if you get behind on paying it, like, and you start accruing rent, you're giving yourself 2 rent increases.
Right.
The increase from the landlord, the building, and the increase from the credit card. That is like there's so much about it that like it scares me. Like for people, that shit is horrendous. And it's being done by the most evil of banks, and that's saying some shit. Like banks are rough, like
banks are terrible.
And Wells is like, nah, we got the belt. Like that shit is crazy. Yo, and then on top of all of that, the mayor is co-signing all this.
The mayor is co-signing on it. And he's out here dancing on stage with A$AP Rocky telling people to come on back.
Oh like my God. I'm terrible. Cool with my man turning up. You want to go to parties, go to parties. Admittedly, it shouldn't be so often that you get called the nightlife mayor.
Also, it shouldn't be done on a night when you are also destroying encampments that homeless people have set up under freeways when it is about to be 25 degrees outside.
Basically.
Like, this is just a bad day for you to do all of these things.
Yo. Maybe he gave him credit cards from Wells Fargo.
I know, right? Yeah, here's a credit card. Why don't you just go ahead and rent yourself a nice little place?
Yo.
Oh, that's ridiculous. It's so upsetting. I do not like this man. I do not like him at all.
I'm trying to co-sign you, homie, but like you've gone too far.
He's doing a lot of, he's doing and saying a lot of stuff, and it's really troubling.
Yeah. He always feels like the dude that like still doesn't know he's too old for this shit.
Yeah, like, he's absolutely the old man at the club.
Every single picture.
Absolutely the old man at the club.
He's in a picture with Mayweather, who's an old man himself.
Right.
And he still isn't the oldest man in the picture.
I know.
Like, that's crazy. Mayweather is like in his like 40s, and he's like the younger guy in a picture at a club. That shouldn't happen. So yeah, where we were at here.
Oh, I think we were just shitting on Eric Adams, and I feel like we've done that enough. Unfortunately, nothing's going to change. He's not going to stop wearing those weird fake beaded bracelets or whatever it is that's supposed to promote healing. He's going to try and get Brooklyn drill rappers arrested. He's going to put too much money towards cops. He's going to get homeless people off the street but not have any place to put them in. He's going to continue to be on stages with models who are gay and have no interest in them. He's just going to be the old man at the club everywhere. And I look forward to seeing what else Chris Redd on SNL does with his character.
Oh man, Eric, normally I would say never change, but I actually do want you to change.
Actually, yeah, change a lot.
Change a lot, brother.
evolve, grow, just a little something. Give us a little something.
Oh man! In other news, the NFL to make every team hire a minority offensive coach. Rooney Rule now includes women. That's right. The NFL is requiring all 32 of its teams to hire a female or a member of an ethnic or racial minority as an offensive assistant coach for the 2022 season. The league announced on Tuesdays. Teams will then be paid up to $200,000 in 2022, $2,005 in 2023 from a league fund for the hires. NPR shares, and the coaches who will get a 1-year contract must have at least 3 years of collegiate or professional experience. The league also announced that women will be included in the Rooney Rule requirements, which were implemented in 2003 to make it so that at least 2 external minorities are interviewed for head coaching gigs, and 1 is interviewed for a coordinator job. Women were only previously required to satisfy the rule for club president and senior executive positions.
What's going on there?
Yo.
I don't know if this doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, like the intention I get, but this doesn't feel like it's coming from a good place.
No,
this feels like, yo, what do we gotta do to shut these people up, B?
Yeah.
All right, let's hire
what
that.
if we force them? Also, look, I don't want to go where I'm not wanted. So if you have to interview me just in order to keep everything moving, you have no interest, but you have to interview me, all of them do, which means I'm doing a whole bunch of interviews knowing I'm not going to get the position perhaps. But just knowing that they have to do it feels odd to me. Also, to be hired, but to know that you're only hired because they have to hire a minority.
Yeah.
Feels real weird to me, because
It's
if you're
suspect.
the only minority who ends up being hired, we all
Everybody
know
knows.
why.
Exactly. And everybody knows your salary.
Everybody knows your salary, and that you're only there for a year. You got to go through all of this kind of mental anguish and shit, and it's for a year contract?
It's a lot. I don't
This
know, B.
feels, I don't like how this feels. What's going on?
And yo, real talk, at this point, like NFL, you gotta admit, it would have been way easier just to let Colin Kaepernick take a knee.
I
right?
literally was getting ready to say, why don't you just let that man play again?
Yo,
Look at all this shit.
all of this, because you ain't let that dude take a knee. You know what I mean? Jesus. Yo, just tell people he was tying his shoelaces and he was thinking about it, and none of this would happen.
Yeah.
You'd have been good money.
Look at this.
All this nonsense.
All of this.
Yo. And nobody believe y'all yet. Nobody.
Nope.
Not a single person. You about to spend $200,000 32 times, 64 times.
Really?
To convince people that you still ain't racist. You still racist.
And you're still racist.
We know.
This is the kind of thing a racist would come up with.
Straight up. All we learn now
Just
is that you're racist and sexist.
Yeah,
That's what I got clarity on. Like, oh, you extra fucked up. That's what I learned today. Like, oh, this is a bigger problem than I realized. So yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is not good. This just doesn't feel right on my spirit. And I don't really fuck with the NFL, but I was just like, I don't like how this sounds at all.
Seriously. This is rough,
no.
B.
Yeah, this feels like a mistake, my man.
Yo.
And by my man, I mean all of the NFL.
I'd be so mad if I was Rooney. You know what I mean?
Look what they're doing to you. They're doing to your name. Also, wasn't someone just interviewed and then got the wrong text message from somebody?
Yeah, that was a coach. He
Did Bill
interviewed
Belichick send him the wrong?
Yeah, because he was a former Bill Belichick assistant, and the two of the people that interviewed for the job, him being one of them, had the same first name.
Oh wow!
And he texted him, said, "Hey, congrats," and didn't realize he was texting the guy that wasn't going to get the job, and the guy that wasn't going to get the job hadn't even gone in for his interview yet. You know, so he was like, "Oh, like."
Yo,
So
NFL, if you're going to be putting these rules and things in place, you need to make sure that everybody in the NFL knows how to do this shit correctly.
yo, at the very least, know how text groups work. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You
like
gotta get that down.
yeah.
Yeah, I gotta step y'all
Oh.
game up. And keep in mind, like this dude was literally perfect for the job. It was the New York Giants coaching job,
Mm.
which hurt because it's my team. But
Mhm.
the hire was a coach who had been fired the previous year, who had been fired despite having a winning record his first season coaching the previous year. Doesn't make
Mhm.
sense. With a
Mm.
quarterback that everyone acknowledges was the worst quarterback in the division.
Right.
So he pulled out a winning record with the worst quarterback who was hurt. He was available for the New York job, and he's a New York kid. Like there
Come
was so
on.
much about the story that like, oh, this is perfect. You
Right.
know, on top of that, he would have been black and Latino, would have checked 2 boxes and been like
Mhm.
a lot of first. A kid from Brooklyn, he's actually from Brownsville, so it would have been like super fire, like story wise. He met all the qualifications, had head coaching experience, had literally done the job before. Instead, they hired someone who had less total coaching years, had never been a head coach, and obviously the New York part, while not necessarily necessary for the job, was a nice additional ring. All of
Right.
that made this person a perfect candidate. Instead, they hired the other less experienced non-New York coach for the gig. So yeah, it looks rough. You know what I mean? NFL, step
Yeah.
y'all game up, B.
Yeah. This is not going to make that situation look any better.
At all.
This actually looks a lot worse.
That's
This
it.
just doesn't. All right. Well, good luck to you, NFL. I wish you. I wish you lots of luck.
Oh man, a lot of stain on that shield. Oh
Yeah.
man. In other news, the
Mm.
future of fast food is here, Sha. That's right.
Oh boy.
Over in New Jersey, in the United States, a shopping mall has installed the first Robo Burger outlet. It's a 12-foot square box containing a robotic chef that'll cook and serve customers a piping hot, fresh beef burger in just 6 minutes. The machine plugs into a regular wall socket and has a built-in refrigerator, automated griddle, and a cleaning system. They gotta mention that for sure for us normal people.
I appreciate knowing that something's in there spraying bleach all over the place.
Like other automated processes, it can operate 24/7, never takes a sick day, and doesn't ask for a pay increase. That's fucked up to mention that.
That's so fucked up to include
Yo,
that, but okay, I'm gonna let
as
it go.
as grace, it's been installed in the Newport Center Mall, but the company behind it hopes to expand to airports, colleges, offices, factories, and military bases. That's right, all of you will be losing jobs. It was the next paragraph. How they not go? How they gonna
I
make a
mean,
threat and then tell you all the people getting threatened? Uh, we we could be looking at the future of fast food services. Right, Robo Burger gives everyone freshly grilled, delicious burgers while ensuring a safe, contactless experience. Explained Audley Wilson, the CEO of Robo Burger, which was founded in 2019. Robo Burger always comes out piping hot and is never pre-cooked and kept warm.
this sounds like a terrible idea. First off, it's called Robo Burger.
Yeah.
No, that's terrible. All the words, all the combination of words. The best you can come up with is Robo Burger. I don't
Yo,
trust you.
yo,
Um, and then it's a machine. When will we learn that machines will break, and then we will need humans to
service
fix?
them. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you've just taken out a cash cow
Mm.
out of your mall because you had these two robots in here making what I'm sure are just subpar Bubba burgers. Like there's no you know what I mean? They probably put the bun on and then squirt the ketchup. Do you know what I mean? Like the wires can get crossed at any point, and you have literally an inside out hamburger
Yo.
where all the stuff. Look, I know that there is a method to making burgers in fast food joints. Like I know there's just you get in a zone when you're back there and you're just making these burgers and you're looking and you're making and you're looking and you're not even thinking about it, blah, blah, blah. But at least there's something of a person.
Yeah.
Like somebody is yelling at someone else back there.
I am pro the machine.
Mm-hmm.
But this ain't it. I could feel right away this ain't the one. I feel like when you call it Robo Burger, you're prioritizing the robot, not the burger. I don't care that the robot made it. I just want to know if it's a good burger.
It's a terrible looking burger.
It looks terrible. It looks like one of the worst burgers I've seen. It looks like an emoji more than a burger.
It absolutely does.
Real talk.
It looks like the emoji of a burger.
That's what it looks like to me. Like when I see it, I was like, oh, they would just, it's literally like art imitating life, not the other way around in this moment. It's weird. Yeah. And like that, like I'm not mad at telling people I ate a robot made burger, but that can't be the selling pitch. You know what I mean? Like that can't be the reason I'm buying these burgers. Like I'll do that once. Like, oh yeah, I tried that Robo burger. That shit was interesting. But like, at the end of the day, when I buy a burger, I want a good burger. I don't want to, that's not a story I'm sticking to. Like I ain't becoming a fan of Robo Burger because there's robots making it. I still want a good burger. I'll wait 6 minutes next door at Five Guys.
Yeah.
But if you make a good burger, then you would stand behind the burger. Clearly, the most impressive part of Robo Burger is the robot.
The robot, so that it's taking, it's never going to ask for a day off. It will when it breaks. It's asking for months off.
Oh yeah,
with the way this supply chain situation's going.
It's terrible. I'm unimpressed with the branding. I'm unimpressed with the pictures of these burgers.
Yeah,
these shits look terrible.
If you hadn't figured out how to make a burger look good, people are doing that for free on Instagram.
Seriously,
I could make an absolutely shitty burger, but I'm gonna make that shit look good in the photo.
This is very disappointing. The prettiest part of all of this is the box, the actual machine that makes the burger. But the burger looks horrible. The box the burger's in looks oversized.
Because the burger looks very weak. It's a very weak burger.
It's underwhelming.
It's also going to be based on what a robot thinks, how much beef I can eat. Don't put me,
you know what I mean?
Don't label me. You don't know me. Robot.
I'm
you don't
unimpressed.
know what I'm capable of. Yeah.
Step your game up, B. This is terrible.
Yeah, back to the drawing board with this one.
Yeah, this should not work. Okay. I hope
I don't care for it.
I hope y'all make better burgers. A little bit of me hopes you fail at this. I gotta tell you. But yeah, you deserve it because you thought this was a good burger. This is terrible. It looks like the burger that like you could buy at the corner store and you microwave it. That's what it reminds me of.
It looks like a White Castle microwavable burger.
Yeah, real talk. This ain't it.
Yeah.
I'm not about this. Too much shine on the bread too. It's just weird. I can't vibe with this. No,
it's not. It's not good.
Cut it out, Robo. Okay.
Cut it
out. Finally, Pink Floyd, a flamingo on the lam from a Kansas zoo since 2005, is seen again in Texas. A flamingo that flew away from a Kansas zoo nearly 17 years ago has been on the run ever since, was glimpsed in Texas earlier this month. A video posted by the Coastal Fisheries Division of the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, who knew that was a division. That's right. Respect that y'all got one. Shows the bird named Pink Floyd on March 10th, wading into Cox Bay near Port Lavaca, about 120 miles southwest of Houston. Looks like Pink Floyd has returned from the dark side of the moon.
We're just going to skip. We're going to act like that never happened, that no one ever said that.
Oh, man, you guys are terrible over there. Pink Floyd, also known as number 492, fled from the Sedgwick County Zoo in Wichita, Kansas in 2005. When he and the other flamingos arrived at the zoo from Tanzania a few years earlier, staffers decided it would be unethical to amputate parts of the bird's wings to prevent them from flying since they were already adults. Instead, the zoo clipped the flamingo's feathers, what one staff member described as similar to getting a haircut. But in 2005, staff missed signs that their feathers needed to be clipped again, and numbers 492 and 347 flew the coop. Gangster. Pink Floyd has been spotted along the Texas coast for several years. There have been other reported sightings of the bird in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Wisconsin. My man on tour.
Wisconsin?
Yo.
Like, he clearly likes the Gulf area. But how did you... Anyway, he ended up near Wisconsin also. So he must have family up there or something.
Yo, he visited. You know what I mean? Pink Floyd is believed to be 27 years old, and experts estimate that flamingos can live until about the age of 30 in the wild. Flamingos were long considered an invasive species in the U.S., though there is some question about whether the bright pink birds are actually native to South Florida.
Good for Pink Floyd, which I don't like that name. I don't think that bird likes that name. I'll call him 492.
Oh, real talk.
Yeah, good for 492 for making it out here. It's tough, you know?
Real talk, man.
They clipped your wings a little bit, but you got out. Also, pour one out for 492's brethren, who also escaped with them. 347.
Yo, he out there, B.
Apparently did not make it, or just got to Wisconsin and was like, I'm good here.
I'm chilling.
I got a good factory job or whatever. I don't know.
347 in the union.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you chilling, B. You about to pension out, yo. He good.
Yeah, exactly. But
we gonna see him in like 2 years. He's like, yeah, I just hit my time. Now, I mean, I can live off of this pension on this beach.
Right.
You know?
I'm going to go ahead. 492 been talking about Gulf Shores for years. So I think I'm going to go on down to Mobile, Alabama and just live there for a while.
Yeah, we text. You know what I mean? We keep in contact. He got different energy than me, though. You're a free spirit, you know? 492 is always a gig worker, so he can just move.
Yeah, I'm a homebody. I just want to...
That's it.
I want to do my job, and I want to come home, relax, have a little cup of tea.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. 492 worked as a messenger for a little bit. He drove Ubers.
What would I do if I got into a Toyota Camry and this flamingo is driving? I probably still wouldn't talk to it. I don't like talking to the drivers. So
hey, that's the story I got to hear. I'm with you on that. Like, what made you do this? Of all the jobs.
Oh my God.
Respect to Pink Floyd. I'm pretty sure he ran away because of his name. I agree with you. He's like, that ain't my name, B. I ain't decide that
terrible shit. Because look at that terrible pun they made about Dark Side. I would leave too if people were doing that kind of thing with my name. Like, I'm not gonna let you.
Nah, B.
I'm not gonna let you hold me like that. Yeah.
Nah, B. You out there, baby. Real talk, man. Yo, and shout to him too, because these are all places I want to go to. My man really out here. Yo, I ain't been nowhere in the last. My man just out there.
I know, that's true. He's out in Houston partying,
this
smoking
is
hookah.
Real talk, yo. My man seen some of the best SEC football, in my life. Like, he out there. Arkansas, Louisiana, Wisconsin. He's seen all the best games.
Oh,
respect,
my God.
Yo. You low key, you might even just be a football fan.
That could be it.
That's it. They ain't know.
Yes.
Oh, man. Yo, if you would like to live your dreams, go out on tour, Pink Floyd has sent us the blueprint. We will share that with you. All you got to do is like and subscribe to the show, baby. If you are Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars means you don't want me to see Wisconsin. Why not, B? I deserve to see Wisconsin, okay? I have no idea what happens over there, but I want to know. I don't even remember the name of the school mascot. That's how little I know about Wisconsin. I know it's red, but I want to go explore this area, explore this state. Where's Wisconsin on the map, Shah? It's like on the top?
That's a very good question that I am unable to answer at this time. Or at any time, really.
Yo, I want to see Wisconsin, okay? So I'm trying, 4 stars, you don't want me to see it. 5 stars, you about that life. You understand, I got dreams. Wisconsin needs to see me, and I need to see Wisconsin. One
I
in
think
the
that's
same.
actually a very fair assessment that you and Wisconsin need to see each other.
Real talk. And if I've offended the listeners of Wisconsin, just know my bad. I didn't mean it, but I'm also aware you are roughly 1% of our listenership, so I'm okay.
But give us 5 stars and we'll roll out to see you.
That's it. We'll roll out there. You know what I mean? We'll be big time. Under 1% in Arkansas, so I'm gonna see y'all after Wisconsin. Oh man. If you got any articles you'd like us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, I am the soon to be Wisconsin bound in pink Gastor Almonte. That's right. Always with the far more traveled Shalewa Sharpe.
Don't believe that. I am at home with my pension.
You 347?
Yeah, I'm 347. I'm at the house. I'm at the house. But I'll let Gastor stay with me anytime. But I'm that bird.
It's 492 hanging out with 347. This has been a pink episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.